Now, one of the steps for finishing up this divot tool is I want to try and get it nice and sharp as a clean, scratch-free, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I've got some 2000 grit sandpaper here, which will get it almost almost mirror finish. So, and this is what they call wet dry sandpaper. So it'll last quite a bit longer this way if you use it wet as opposed to dry. Come on, there we go. So my goal here is just to try and get it the big perfections and large perfections out and get it down to where I can buff it. I'm going to go there next. So. And this is just till you're happy. Sand till you're happy, and then buff it to a nice shine. This paper's probably getting a little old. Doesn't seem to be doing too much right now, but I had some bluing on here, or not bluing, but what's it called? Blue marker. So, a little outline of my work class. Milling out these holes. Okay, that's enough of that. So let's head over to the buffer, and I'll show you our next step. All right, these are my buffers. There's 3 of them here, and it just depends on what we're doing as to which buffer I decide to use. And I think what I'm going to use is this one right over here. Get you down in here close. Let's see what's going on. All right. That's what it looks like right now. Always wear your gloves. Starting to shine up now. thing you never want to do is run this in there like a fork up against it that way. You're going to lose it for sure. You just take it right out of your hand, maybe throw it back in your face. But always use it on the drag, so it's always pulling away like this. Never into the wheel that way. Asking for a real big accident. They have different polishing compounds, different finishes, which is kind of, this white compound is for polishing. I use it on a different wheel. I'll show you that. This has a little more abrasive to it, so gets in there and polishes the grass up a lot nicer, quicker. So we're getting a nice polish on it now, as opposed to this side, which is not done yet. Okay. All right. All right. Hope you were able to hear some of that with that motor. And now there's our finished, one side's finished, pretty much. If I want to really finish this, I'd take it over to this other wheel here. This is a much softer wheel, and it will polish a lot nicer. Put some of this white compound on here. There we go. Now we'll just lay it in there. All right. If you can see a difference there. All right, the purpose of this video, and I didn't explain it at the beginning, was to evaluate this mark punch I ordered from the internet. Actually through Amazon. I think everything comes through Amazon nowadays. It came with a little note attached. And this came from there it is, FHCZDS. And it says they wanted to thank me from the team. They had to make a decision on making my stamp, and because of the size of the number of letters and so forth, and I specified it like a ½ inch long in my note to them. And they were very gracious. They went ahead and made the stamp to what they thought would make the best stamp. And it says, due to our shipping deadline, we couldn't delay production further. So they sent me an email, but I didn't respond, it says, and I don't look at my emails that close, so unfortunately I missed their email. Or I would have responded right away. But because of their wanting to stay on schedule, they went ahead and did a command decision and made the stamp the way they thought it would work the best. So I appreciate that, and so I'm doing this little video to demonstrate how I'm going to use it, and also show you how it works, how well it works. But it's got my logo on here. Let's see if you see it. Pretty small. It's about a 1/2 inch across. And so what I think I'm going to be doing with it is using it. I've only used it once or twice to see how it's going to work, but I want to lay it down on my hydraulic press and then just set this in position. Now it really doesn't matter too much whether it's up or down, you know, right side or down side, because this thing can be read from either direction. So basically I'm just wanting to get it on there, set it up as close as I can. It looks pretty good. I like that. I think we'll go with that. That looks, get my glasses adjusted. Yeah, I think I'd be all right there. So you won't be able to hear me talk, so I'm going to be quiet. Okay, so I've only put a couple 100 pounds, it looks like. There's a gauge up there. And it's just putting just the slightest amount of pressure on, but I believe it's adequate. Let's see what it did. So there it is. Okay, I guess you probably couldn't hear that because the damn thing was running so loud. But I think it did a real nice job there. And I had to keep it up close to this edge because there's a drop off right here. This tapers down, a 5-degree taper on this edge. I didn't want to get it on the edge here, so I'm going to keep it in the flat spot right there. So I think that's pretty good. It's pretty centered, and that'll be beautiful. Okay, so I'm real happy with that, and the stamp, no worse for wear. Looks like it held up real well. I don't know how many hundreds or thousands it'll do, but I don't guess I'll make that many. I'm only making a few at a time, but that's my what I call my forever tee. I'll show you how that works real quick. Okay, once I have this piece completed, and I got a new stamp on the back here now. That looks real nice. What I've been doing is adding initials of the owner of the new Forever Tee that I make, and it comes with this solid brass divot tool and a T, and it's attached, and this serves as an anchor so that the T doesn't get away. It's especially nice if your tee box is right on the edge of a lake or something, and that's kind of the reason I made my first one for myself, was because every time I would get to this one tee box, there's a lake right there, and lo and behold, bang, I'd hit my drive, and the tee would be in the lake, and so there you go. So the tee would be gone, and these things are not cheap. These little martini tees are pretty expensive, like $1 a piece or something like that. So I got fed up with every time I got to that hole, losing a tee. So that was my, necessity is the mother of invention, I think they said. So anyway, I started making these things, and one thing led to another, and I had people asking me about it. And so I made a couple and gave them a couple away, and then I started selling a few of them. So I got a couple of them that, a couple of buyers that like it. Now, the problem is, what do you do when the tea breaks? You know, well, you just untie it and tie a new one on the end. But it's not a. I've had the first one I made was 5 years ago, 5 seasons ago, and I'm still using the same tea, the same divot tool, and it's attached to the same piece of string. If I had it here, I'd show it to you, but it doesn't look anything like this. But because I've developed a few ideas that I think improve the whole thing. So anyway, this was just a kind of a preview, or not a preview, but I was doing a preview of the stamp. What did I do with the stamp? Anyway, oh, here it is. So I just want to thank the maker of the stamp, which was that funny